Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 52 of our Islanders GM mode. So, in last episode, we faced the Carolina Hurricanes in round number 2, only to be swept by them in 4 games. Main reason being they had a very, very strong defensive core. Like, their depth defenseman was an 84. Like, they had an 87 Justin Falk on their top 6 defensive pairing. So, that's the main reason I think we got beat, because we have a pretty good offense. But now we're up here in the 2025-26 offseason, starting off with the NHL draft. The St. Louis Blues also won the Stanley Cup again, so they're continuing to be a dynasty. So I hope we don't have to face them if we go back to the finals in a few years. So hopefully we go through like a bit of a mini rebuild, and then we make it back to those playoffs as soon as possible. I think we could still make it this year, but John Tavares is getting very close to retirement, so once we lose him, Velarde will probably take over our first center role. So anyways, let's just get started with the draft. I'm not sure what exactly we were looking for. Obviously, we have McMillan, so we already have our future number 1 goalie. We might need some defensive prospects because Grellinger's not turning out to be as good as we'd hoped him to, so... But anyways, San Jose has the first overall pick, followed by Ottawa, Winnipeg, Toronto, and Pittsburgh. So that's the top 5. And obviously so the first overall pick's already been picked, but let's see. So we're up here at 25th. That's not too bad. And those are the rest of the picks up there. So there's already been a trade. Kuka, I don't know who the hell that is. Probably just a random made-up player. Has been traded to the Wild. And the first overall pick this year, guys, is Tim Ander, right wing sniper, medium elite. So that's a nice addition for the San Jose Sharks. Let's see who the second and third are as well. So Ottawa goes with a 2-way forward, medium elite, M. Finley. So that's nice for them because they probably don't really even have a centerman, because Kyle Turris is probably retired or retiring. Jorgensen, left wing playmaker, medium elite. So that's a nice addition for the Jets. Toronto goes with Wise, high top 6 forward, so that's actually pretty good still. And Pittsburgh goes with a medium elite defenseman, Vernaski. So that's the top 5. There's also been some more trades. Torrey Krug getting traded to the St. Louis Blues. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's Torrey Krug, unless it's just some other person with last name Krug. And Victor Hedman's been traded to Detroit Red Wings. So there's been some big moves. We'll look at those afterward. But let's sim to user pick and see what we could get at our draft spot. So, and we're gonna have to re-sign Tavares, I think, this year for like maybe a 1-year deal. I don't know. So the best one available currently is Dimitriev, first round, and he's a defenseman. He's 20 already, but he's a pretty big defenseman, 6 feet, 204. I think we might go with him because he's supposed to go before these guys are. There's also other defensemen like Kayanik, who's 18. Ivani, who's 20. There's another goaltender, but we don't obviously need a goalie. Devin Pratt, or Pyatt, why did I say Pratt? Abraham Glennie, enforcer defenseman. But yeah, I think we're going to go with Dimitriev just because he's got the better projected. As you can see, it's first round, and these ones are all first/second round. So let's just go with Dimitriev and see how he turns out to be. High 7th defenseman. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess. So this guy's going to be like an Adam Pelech probably. He might be just more of a depth guy. He might be a like a low top 6 guys for our team, but who knows? We'll see how he turns out to be after this draft. Considering he's 20 already, he might have a high overall already, so he might get to play in the AHL this season. Okay, let's sim to user pick again and do the second round, and then we'll auto draft the rest. So yeah, this draft doesn't look to be as good as other years. So there's another defenseman, might as well go with him. 19, Kyle Barnes, offensive defenseman. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's pick him up because we need some more defensemen. a high HL top 2 defenseman. So this guy might turn out to be another 7th defenseman for us, but it's not the best draft this year, so whatever, we'll take it. Okay, let's just sim the rest of the draft, see if the computer grabs us anybody. So X Alcock and Dempsey, K Purinton, W Sauer, and K Newmanen. So those are our picks, so we'll see how those guys turn out to be in a bit. Let's just look at those transactions and see who was traded straight up for who. So Victor Hedman to Detroit for a second, S. Hughes, and a third. So basically 2 picks and a prospect. Boston got a third and some prospect guy Reza for Torrey Krug, and Mika Kuka, what a name, gets traded to the Minnesota Wild from Montreal in exchange for a third and Marshall Douglas. Okay. And yeah, obviously signings start on July 1st. Okay, so let's into the resign stage. I'm probably just going to edit out most of the re-signing and stuff like that. But I'm going to show you guys how our prospects turned out first beforehand, and then show you who we have to sign this year. So UFAs, no, not UFAs, let's go unsigned first. So unsigned. So the best unsigned player is Somers. I don't remember. The computer probably drafted him, yeah. So this guy's a 75 now, so he could probably play in our HL this season. Alanon's a 71. Alcock, the computer drafted this guy. He's a 70 right out of the draft, which is not too bad. So he might get to play in the HL. K Barnes, which is our 2nd round pick. He is a 65 right away, so that's not too bad, I guess. Purinton, Nichols, and Dmitriev is a 64 out of the draft, which is not very good for a 20-year-old. So this guy, yeah, and look at that, half of star senses. So this guy's not really good with like offensive awareness and shit like that, and he's not very physical at all. So this guy's probably not going to turn out to be anything. Just a really crappy draft. Newmanen, yeah, he's an HL guy as well. So yeah, the only one that could be something is Dmitriev because he's a high 7th D, but this guy actually might be a decent player. You never know. And Corbett, did we draft him this year, Computer? No, last year. Mario Corbett is a low starter, so this guy, 69, he might be eventually a backup for us. I don't know. His age is kind of meh, but okay, anyways, let's go to the RFAs and show you guys who we have to sign. So the biggest players available that we have to sign are Gore. Cold Day we could potentially release because we don't necessarily need him. Redenbach, Scatchard, Blair, just a bunch of AHL kind of guys. Some of these guys have potential though, so we might have to resign most of them. And then in UFAs, we have to resign Tavares, Savard, Grolinger, McDonough, Hosang, Holt, Sundstrom, Beauvillier, Tarasov, and some AHL guys. We could definitely release Rantanen, but yeah, so that's that. Goaltending, we have to resign Soderstrom if we want, and Gallant as well. So okay, anyways, I'm gonna just do the signings and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so I got everyone back. I signed people who are close to retirement for 1 year deals only because that way, if they retire, that way we're not paying their salary once they're retired. Also, let's see, what was it? Oh, yeah, there was something I just realized that was not good. You sort by morale, and Matthew Barzal, like, I guess because we've been playing him on, like, the fourth line, he's complaining about his ice time or something. Let's just see. Playoffs, yeah, ice time being scratched, ice time. So maybe we have to, we're probably going to just part with Matthew Barzal this year. We might have to trade him. As you can see, 3.8 million. And if he's losing his morale because of ice time, we could just pick up a new center, or we have some AHL guys who could gladly take a spot. Like this guy could maybe even take his spot because he's got 72 faceoffs. So we're going to look and see if we could find a spot for Barzal. But at least we got everybody back. Also, we have some cap space, I think, available for free agency. Maybe we pick up a new defenseman to play on our defensive core instead of like Cole Day or something. I don't know. But we'll see what we need. So first, let's see what's available at free agency, and then we'll look at a roster, and then we'll also maybe make it move. So William Nylander's available, but we don't need him. Nick Leddy's available, but I don't want to get him back, even though he did just go to the Stanley Cup Finals with Carolina. So Carolina's defensive core is losing out on that, and then Zikov as well. Marco Mueller, that's not too bad, but he's probably listed, as a top 4 defenseman. Henry Yokoharju, that's not that bad either. 85, wow, he grew a lot. It's kind of surprising. Any other good defenseman? Roland McCowan, 83. It's not bad, but I don't think we need him. Yeah, I don't think we need really any defensemen or anything. Let's just check our contracts and see what we need exactly. And like I said, I would like to try and trade Matthew Barzal because I just don't want to have somebody complaining about their ice time and bring down the entire team. So it's probably going to be better just to move him now than later on when he starts complaining a lot more. So let's view contracts. Okay, so sort by main roster and centerman. So our center core currently looks like 88, 88, 85, 81, 81. So our center core looks fine. Yeah, we could definitely get rid of Barzal and maybe even Beauvillier because they're not really the best overall wise. Because like Sundstrom's more of a depth center because of Bredenbach. So in a system, our center core is way too good. Like look at Josefson, he's up to an 82. So I think we definitely part with Barzal and even Beauvillier, and then maybe Sundstrom as well. These 3 guys. Especially Barzal. The other 2 are actually listed as depth forward, I think. Yeah, so they won't complain. But yeah, we could definitely part with Barzal. Okay, let's go to left wings. So Del Coley, that's actually pretty nice left wing core. These guys I don't think are gonna make it up to the NHL this season. So maybe we add a left winger. Right wing, 86, 82, 8. Well, we could probably use another right winger, but I think we might be good back to next season again. Yeah, let's just sim to next season. We definitely, after we trade Barzal, because I think we're going to trade Barzal. I just don't know where to and what for. Probably just maybe some prospects or something to help us in the future. Surprisingly, he did not grow it out to be that much. Like his max was an 84, so let's see, Matthew Barzal. So a lot of teams are actually kind of interested in him. Well, at least Anaheim is. So let's see what we could get in return. Oh yeah, I was thinking of a left winger potentially, but let's see if there's anybody. Nothing really good in Anaheim. Wait, actually, let's just see what we could get for pick-wise for Barzal. Draft picks. So they're not willing to give up their top first 3 rounds. They're able to give up 4th to 7th, but let's see, any other teams? Boston. I don't really want to trade him to a team in the East, though. Any team in the West. Let's see. Calgary has interest, but they don't want to give up any of their top 3 picks. Chicago wants to give up everything. So, yeah, let's just see. Third. Yeah, let's give up Matthew Barzal straight up for a third. Because that third might not be that bad of a pick. Who knows at this draft. So, and Barzal's just eating up salary too. So, let's propose trade. And it's accepted. So, Matthew Barzal is gone. So he was complaining about his ice time. That's the only reason I moved him. And then also because we have a lot of good young centers. So let's sim to next season and take a look at our team. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we are actually back, but with a trade offer. So we just got offered Andrew Shaw straight up for a third in Hellas. But Andrew Shaw is a lot older. As we can see, he's probably close to retirement. So I don't think this makes sense on us. He has got 1 year left, but he's an 84, so that's not too bad of a third liner to bring in. But I don't really want to give up Hellenis because this guy could be a bottom 6 player for us potentially. So I'm not gonna do the deal, but that was just a trade offer that we got. Season should be almost up, and they're offering us still Shaw. I don't want Andrew Shaw. Yeah, they just want us to give up Shaw because he's probably gonna drop off, and he's making like $3.5 million, which is a lot actually, kind of, for a third line right winger. Okay, so now they're offering us, or Vancouver's offering us Johansson. I think it's Marcus Johansson. We don't need him though, thank you. And sorry guys if it sounds like I'm getting sick, it's just because it's kind of flu season and I'm almost going on my Christmas break soon for work, so I won't have to work for like a week. And yeah, my body usually just gets sick when I go on breaks and stuff like that. So I'm still recording this stuff in December, even though you guys are gonna see this probably like closer to the end of January. I'm just trying to go way ahead because, yeah, I like this GM mode's really fun to play, but also because I want to just pump out episodes as often as possible, and with my work schedule, it's kind of hard to pump it out. So hope you guys don't mind that they're all pre-recorded so far, even though that means you guys can't really interact with me as much as you want. Okay, so we're up here at the start of 2026-27 season. Let's look at our lines. There's going to be some players we're going to have to move up and down first. Let's go to rosters. Roster moves. Let's see. So anybody who should not be in the NHL, or who should be in the NHL. So, wow, Josefson is up to an 84. So this guy's definitely turned out to be something huge. We drafted him at 30th overall, and he's definitely turned out to be huge. He might be like the next John Tavares because he's a center sniper, so that's very nice. So we'll bring him up. And Lucas Braun's actually also ready. That's nice. And Ramsey is ready. So we'll bring those 3 guys up, and we're going to send down, those guys. Let's go to edit lines. Okay, so let's go best lines. So, Tavares is listed as a first line forward still, so we're going to put him on the wing. We're going to put, saying down there, Strome is listed as a second line forward, so we'll change him to there. And Drysdale down there. Josefson's listed as a third line scorer, and same with that. So, but Scrimes there. Hosang's listed as still third line scoring as well. Wait, how is Holt's face off? 70, and I think Hosang's is 71. No, 64. Oh wow. Okay. Ramsey has the best face off, so we'll do that. And defensively, Savard and McDonough are both dropping off, but this is probably their last years in the NHL, so I want to give them one more shot at a cup. Grellinger did not grow at all, so yeah, that's our defensive core. Anybody who's scratched that shouldn't be for defensive, no. Who is scratched on our team even. And then we'll check out how good McMillan is now. So Redenbach, Braun and Sundstrom. I don't want Braun scratched though, because this guy, he's listed as a depth forward though. This guy was our first round pick in 2023. And Dustin Redenbach, he's listed also as a depth guy. Ramsey's 21 only. We might have to scratch Dawson Holt. Yeah, I think we have to scratch Dawson Holt, which really sucks because he comes out usually in the playoffs. But we got to give Lucas Braun some time because he's one of our prospect kind of guys and we want to see him grow. So he shoots right, that's good. And he shoots right. Okay, so we could probably actually trade Hosang maybe at the deadline because I would like to give, what's his name? I'd like to give Redenbach some time. Like, it doesn't really matter if Holt and Sundstrom are scratched, but okay, anyways, let's just check their goaltending. And McMillan's still an 86, so he didn't grow anymore, but in 86, that's not too bad still, so we still have him for another 4 years. And Soderstrom we signed on a 1-year deal only as our backup, so our team looks pretty decent. Let's go best lines for now in the minors, and let's see who should not be scratched. Every left winger is good. Oh, it's centerman. All centers are good. And right wingers, all right wingers are good. So let's just edit our lines a bit. So Welsh, Staples could be there. Beauvillier, we're going to put down to the 4th line. I'm going to put actually Welsh as the 1st line center. Like that. Pear, Levo. Pear could actually go up. Anybody else who should be on a higher line? Lucas Winchester, that guy's going to be good as well. Looking forward to seeing how he does with us in a few years, because actually he's right wing power forward, 77 overall. He was the first round pick in 2024. So that's our offense for the AHL. And in the minors, anybody who should not be scratched. Saarinen didn't turn out to be anything, so yeah, he's not going to be even playing on the NHL team, so that's fine. And Darby is not turning out to be anything either. A lot of our defensive prospects didn't turn out the way I wanted them to. And then in the minors, Gallant's our starter, and Marcoux is our backup. So Marcoux didn't grow at all either, which sucks. Scratch players, as you can see, is those 3. So that's that. Looking forward to Josefsson's rookie season, though, as an 84 at 20 years of age. This guy's going to be, he could potentially be the next John Tavares. But yeah, we're going to use John Tavares this year as a winger, I think. Yeah, because Flaherty is a playmaker, as I was saying last year. So I'm going to use him as the centerman and Tavares as a winger instead this year. Shane Prince also actually dropped off a bit. He's also one of these guys that are probably going to be gone next season, maybe. So that's kind of good in a way because Winchester then could take his spot if he's good enough. But let's see, third line checking, second line forward. Okay, so yeah, that's that for this season. That's the AHL. Anything else we need to do before the end of this episode? I don't think so. That's our overall stats: 93 offense, 91 defense, and 91 goaltending. So that's gonna do it, guys, for episode number 52 of our Islanders Gym Mode. So in next episode we'll do the season simulation, and in the next episode after that, hopefully, will be the start of the playoffs. So thanks, guys, for watching. See you guys next time.